Today we are going to talk briefly about how to use the formula bar inside of Google Sheets. To begin with, I want to start by multiplying 100 times 7, and I want to have it show up in column C. So basically I want to have everything in column A multiplied by everything in column B and have it show up in the proper row in column C. So I can go in and I can say 100 times 7 and hit enter, and nothing happens. That's because when we're doing a formula, we need to have an equal sign. We're doing a math equation, so there needs to be an equal sign. So I'm going to go back to that cell. I'm going to type in the equal sign, 100, and then a star, which is the multiplication symbol inside of Google Sheets, and hit 7. And that's going to give me 700. Now, that's the same thing as 100 times 7, but let's say I want to change that 7 to an 8. This number doesn't automatically update. It's stuck with this formula that I gave it. I want it to be a little bit more fluid than that. I want to be able to update and change numbers at any time and be able to see the exact results. Because a lot of times in spreadsheets, the numbers aren't set. They change, they go through, and they move. So to do that, instead of actually typing in the numbers, I'm going to type in the cells. I'll click on the equal sign, and I'm going to hit A1, which is equal to 100 currently, as you can see, multiplied by B1, which is the cell right here. When I hit enter, I get my equation. Now I can go through and I can change the numbers. If I need to change it to an 8, you notice that cell C1 automatically updates. If I change it to 10, it automatically does all the things it's supposed to do and it's ready to go. Now I can go through and do that for all of the future cells here. I just put an equal sign and click on this one and multiplied by this one, and I can kind of keep going through and doing that. But that's a whole lot of work. I don't need to do that much work. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'll show you the quick and easy way to do all of that. The quick and easy way here is to go through. I have cell C1 selected. I'm going to go to the bottom right hand corner. You notice my mouse changes to a little plus sign. From there I'm going to click, hold, and drag, and I'm going to bring it down. What this does is it's copying the equation from the first one all the way down, just changing the cell numbers as it goes. So now it's A2 and B2, A3 and B3, and it kind of goes through and does the multiplication automatically. And again, any of these, if I change this to an 11 instead of a 9, it automatically updates and is ready to go. That's awesome, and it allows me to do all of the math very quickly and easily, so I don't have to sit there and type out every single thing. I can do it a lot faster than I could even in a calculator. Now let's talk about a couple other things we can do here. There's a ton, but we're going to talk about one more or two more things here. The first is, we can go through and I want to add up all of the numbers here. I want to get what they are added up totally. To do that, I'm going to start off with an equation, so I need my equal sign, and I'm just going to highlight all of those numbers. Because before I was able to highlight stuff, and I just hit and went through, and I'm going to hit enter. And I get this hashtag value exclamation point. What that tells me is that there's a problem. I can't do this. It's not a proper equation. So what I need to do is I want to get the total of stuff, also known as the sum. So instead of just putting in a formula, I need to type in a couple of words. I'm going to type in capital letters SUM, which is sum. A bunch of things will pop up. I just want the first one, which is sum, and then I'll tell what I want the sum of. So I'll highlight all those and hit enter. From there, I'm able to get what all of these individually are added up to. If I wanted to, I could go through and do it the old way, where I put equal sign and this one plus this one plus this one plus this one, and go all the way through. But your chances of making a mistake there are really high. Let's say you have a spreadsheet that's 1,000 lines long. That's going to be a really big problem for you really fast. It's much easier to just go through and equals sum, click on sum, and then highlight your numbers and hit enter. And just like before, when we could grab the bottom number and pull it over, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'll make this my active cell. I'll click, hold, and drag, and bring it over. Now I have what all of these are added together, what this whole column is added together, and what this whole column is added together. Again, anytime I change something here, let's say I make this a 70 instead, it's going to update this number, and this number. Ready? You can see that all of those numbers changed very quickly there. So there's really a lot you can do here with Google Sheets and being able to add and change numbers, but this is just a brief introduction to be able to go through and do it. If you have any questions, let me know, and in future videos we'll cover a whole lot more you can do inside of Google Sheets.